all back right now. I'm with it. I bet you won't say that shit. We can go all back right now. I got money for all this. Whatever. I got money too. Don't nobody give a fuck.
It's Focus Connect back in the building. And that situation with Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb is taking a turn for the worse, man. A lot of negative information been coming out on Anton since that happened. And then all of a sudden this video dropped on Corey Holcomb when he mugged the lady, punched the lady, whatever he did to that lady on that video have automatically surfaced since that happened, suspiciously. Corey Holcomb has spoke about that scenario on his show to where he was saying the lady was getting very disrespectful and he did what he did. But when I see Anton Daniels and the steam that's following behind him, whether people hating, whether people are enlightening him, or whatever these different people motives are that's making these videos on Anton, I don't like to kick a man while he down. But at the end of the day, I look at Anton Daniels and his arrogance. It will rub a lot of people the wrong way. So now that I'm seeing Corey Holcomb went at his wife and his child and spoke very disrespectful towards the child and threw some shots at the wife as far as she can come over to the side with him, and made a lot of jokes and different things about it. But Anton had to realize he caused this situation, because after him and Corey got into it on the show, Corey was not on the internet for a full 7 days. Anton Daniels came right back the next day hollering about how he would have beat Corey ass and all this and that and the other. So at that point, you stepped off your throne. Now you down here fighting with the peasant, as you say. And the thing is, when you used to operating on a certain vibration and on a certain level in life, you would not be able to fight and combat that person that's living on the streets or thinking with the street mentality. Because Corey Holcomb ain't living on the streets, but he thinking like the streets. So that's a fight that I don't see Anton being ready for, because Anton is usually outsmarting people. He's using his wits against people on his platform to follow his narrative. They won't really speak against Anton. And Anton just the type of dude that's sure of himself because he know what worked for him. So I don't hold that against Anton. He's working a strategy that's working for the type of guy that he is. Now, I understand where a lot of black people would say, you know what I'm saying, he talked down on the black people. He really not a part of the culture, and I get it. But at the same time, Anton came up in Detroit, so he understands the street nature. But at the same time, Anton got to realize that he's not one of those guys. So when you put yourself in a position of talking about fighting, and that ain't no disrespect to him, I'm just saying, I looked at Anton with a higher level of intelligence than to come back that next day in the way he spoke on that video. You know what I'm saying? You showed me that you want to play in the mud. But if you're gonna live a life where you feel like you elevating above, you have to think above. Also looking at Mika's situation. And the messy side is Mika the side chick. A lot of different times I have watched Anton Daniels' show, I always said something is kind of weird between him and the ladies on the panel. So, we all have our thoughts, but we don't know because we're not there. But the thing I look about with Mika, when I see Mika's character, and I see how Mika want to be portrayed, Mika is trying to further her career. And when Anton told her it was okay to be on Corey Holcomb's show, she had her hopes up because she's looking at the situation as if she's boosting her career. You can see the pain in Mika's eyes while Anton was trying to spin a certain narrative on one of these last few shows when he was talking about would the women rather have a man that's successful, that's not around, or a normal guy who will spend some time with them. And I was looking at a lot of people on the panel was kind of going with Anton's narrative. And right then and there, I just saw like people are not being honest. And then when the one guy spoke up on Anton, on the ladies' behalf, like I don't know ladies like that, because most of the ladies I know, they would want the guy that's around. And that's a fact. But when he said that, Anton called a man a simp by having a free thought, how he freely think. So at the end of the day, Mika seemed like her eyes are open to the situation because she didn't go at Corey Holcomb in a negative way. She didn't even mention Anton in the video. And Mika does not want her name to be scandalized across the media because She's not that type of person. You can read energy and you can read people's spirit. Mika don't like the fact that she got caught up in Anton's mess and her name is being dragged based on Anton rather than just her. When I looked at that video when Mika was speaking, you know, she didn't have any ill will towards Corey Holcomb and different things like that. I saw the integrity in her. And as far as her being a side piece, I'm not 100% sure about that. None of us are, but we all know that situation looked kind of weird. You going to different states and different cities, catching flights with a beautiful young lady when you got a wife. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna kind of raise a red flag to that. They're just honest truth. And then Corey Holcomb didn't make it no better because the way he spoke on it when he was kicking you out. Well, he was speaking after you were leaving out because he didn't really kick you out. You got up like a man to leave out. When I see Anton insinuating lawsuit and he's speaking on how the situation could have hurt his daughter, and I'm thinking about all the different things I see Anton speaking about online, I feel like a daughter would be disrespected and feel like, you know, something ain't right about a lot of different things that Anton do and Anton say. So I really just think he playing for the internet on that. And, you know, I hope he real enough not to even take that to no legal situation, because it really make it look like he really was going up there to do what a lot of people saying. And that was to kind of knock Corey off, to shine Corey in a negative light and boost his social media presence. But at the end of the day, I understand one thing. Sometimes situations happen and it's just up because it's going on in the moment. And as a man, I'm gonna stand on what I believe in and I'm gonna go with that. And then we'll think about the collateral damage later. So I do think it could possibly be that. But man, Anton moved very strategic. And for Anton to start playing in the mud, I really kind of see that as being out of his character. You know what I'm saying? By the type of lifestyle he lived, what he speak on, type of money, the flights he taking, going to Miami, taking trips, doing everything he want to do, what a person would feel very blessed to be in that certain position. I can't see Anton taking it this serious to go at a back and forth on a street level. So right there, it make me look like, dog, the people that is saying he got all these personalities, they referring back to this video that his wife said he had multiple personalities, and she really was looking like she was scared of the man on the video. And it looked like everything that they bringing out now and what they producing on all the different videos now, it's making Anton look as if like he's a narcissist and all these different new words that they bringing to the table. But I have been watching Anton videos before all this happened. But before I crunk my page back up, I really pretty much stopped listening to everybody because I want my thoughts to be natural thoughts. And I don't want nobody to feel like I watched a video to come up with my analysis of any situation. So I'm very aware of Anton Daniels, and I agree with a lot of things Anton Daniels speak on. But at the end of the day, sometimes God will humble you and make you understand that everything is not all about the money. You have to have feelings towards your fellow human being, man. Humanity is what's needed. The gloating and the having money and I'm being successful and rubbing it and throwing it in everybody's face who's living in distress, I don't think that's the right message to push if you naturally care about the elevation of your people. I don't think we should sit up and focus on everything that's going bad in our community. I think we should look at our community and look at what we can do or what can change the mindsets to make people more prosperous. All this looking at it like it's big eyes and little U's, that's one of the main problems we got in the black community. Because once somebody get a little money, then all of a sudden they don't want to deal with the same people they was around before they had the money. Because it's all about transferring the information. Some people can't process the information. So that don't mean you look down on them, but the people that can process the information and it will possibly change their life, I think it'll be in all our best favor if we just pass it on. I just hope the situation work out for all parties involved. From Corey Holcomb's situation, because it's funny how that tape all of a sudden came out since this Anton situation, but I know how some people will be laying in the cut waiting on the right opportunity just to fully destroy you. You know what I'm saying? Because Corey Holcomb had already spoke about the incident on his show. And then just like when I see what's going on with Anton Daniels, how it's as if people want to take him down, I don't stand with that. I don't agree with that, because we all can bring information and knowledge to one another, and it ain't all based around your financial status. Some things are just based around common sense. And a lot of people with money do a lot of different things and forgetting to operate under straight up common sense. I'm out.